All right, music fans, welcome. Harmless Dave back again, talking real music in real time for real people just like you and just like me. First Order of Business, brand new album by this band, Fortune. They've been around since the 1980s. They had this album. It was very cult-like because it didn't really do that well as far as getting on the radio, but there are so many bands that put out albums during the late 70s into the 80s that either didn't get the support from the record label or just fell through the cracks for some reason. Anyway, they put out their second album about 3 years ago, and this is their latest album. It's called Level Ground. Really, really great album. Very original sound, too. You're going to hear things like Foreigner and Golden Earring and stuff like that, but this is its own sound. So you got to check this out. Courtesy again of my friends over at Frontiers Music, Level Ground. You can stream it to see if you like it before you buy it, but I would recommend getting a copy to support the band and to have a souvenir. Or you could use it as a coaster, right? Just put your glass on there. Makes a nice coaster. Speaking of coasting, I'm just kidding. Kiss is about to retire. That makes no sense, but they'll be coasting if they retire. Gene Simmons says that Kiss are retiring out of self-respect and love for their fans. In other words, they don't want to put their fans through a bunch of old guys on stage because wearing makeup and wearing a costume at age 72 and bragging, by the way, that people half my age couldn't do this. And that might be true. People half your age might not want to do it. Anyway, Kiss has been around for nearly 5 decades, and they're currently in the midst of their final tour. While Gene Simmons has admitted that he's going to be very emotional during their last show. He says the reason for stopping is because of pride and self-respect and a love and admiration for the fans. We don't want to put the fans through anything more. The last thing you want to be is a world champion boxer and stay in the ring too long. It's only a matter of time until your legs are not going to be able to hold you up and you're going to lose, says Simmons. We've all seen boxers who stayed in the ring too long and bands who continue touring too long and they forget lyrics. Well, they have prompters for that, Gene, but anyway, they forget lyrics and you can see the deep wrinkles in their faces. I guess Paul and Gene are wrinkle-free, right? Wonder how they managed to do that. They're completely wrinkled. Oh, it's deep wrinkles, not just little wrinkles. There's a deep wrinkles. I could care less if the guy has deep wrinkles. Can he still play really well? Can he still sing really well, he or she, right? I don't really care as long as they're still viable in that way. But Gene says you don't want to see the deep wrinkles in their faces. I get it. He says, we're going to quit while we're on top. Do the best we can, and it'll be sad, but it's also going to be happy. On the last show we ever do as a touring band, I'll be crying like a 12-year-old kid whose foot you're stepping on. Okay, get off my foot, right? Although it's going to be sad for the members of Kiss to say goodbye to their touring lives, Simmons sees it as the start of a new chapter in his life, albeit an incredibly different chapter, as he'll no longer be strutting on stage in face makeup and high-heeled boots. Okay, so here's the deal. You know, you got like ABBA, making this as an example here. ABBA just did this show where they have the avatars, not the actual members of the band. I think they started around the same time as Kiss. ABBA, completely different audience, maybe not. I don't know. ABBA is one of those guilty pleasures. You know, you don't tell your friends, do you like ABBA? And I'm like, of course I like ABBA. Shut up. So anyway, they did this show with avatars and holograms, if you want to call them, whatever. And people showed up to see it. So I guarantee you, Paul and Gene, they have something in the works. They're going to retire, but they're going to make money. And they could just hire Paul and Gene stand-ins, guys who can still sing and play and don't have the deep wrinkles and so forth, and you know, can carry this legacy forward for another 50 years, and their kids and their grandkids and everybody else, their posterity for centuries, can enjoy the Kiss brand and entertain fans for decades and centuries to come. I think that's probably what's going to happen with many of these iconic bands. And because Kiss is more a show and not just about the music, it's a combination. See, I'm more into the music, so I don't get this obsession with the explosions and stuff. Otherwise, you just go see the fireworks, or you go see something that's specific. You go see like a monster truck thing, or, so I get it with Kiss that people like the show aspect of it. But, when you're around as a little kid in the 70s, the music of Kiss was also pretty important. Those songs meant a lot to some people. I was never that into Kiss as a kid, but I had friends who had the lunchbox and had the action figures or whatever they were merchandising. It was just a lot of, hey, we're marketing ourselves. And that's brilliant, by the way. I don't have a problem with that. That's brilliant. It's smart. It's made them a ton of money. You can license all this stuff and sell it, and people are into it. Even now, if you go to a show, there's all kinds of stuff. I mean, Gene had that vault or whatever it was, and you had to have like thousands of dollars to purchase one of them. Okay. If that's what you're into and that makes you happy, that's your pursuit of happiness, then pursue. I guess it's okay. But for fans of music, we're kind of like, okay, Kiss, I guess it's time to wrap it up. They keep teasing us. This is the last time we're going to be out there. Okay. They did this a number of years ago. A lot of bands do this with a farewell tour. It's the last, like Lynyrd Skynyrd is on like their 10th, it's the farewell tour. You don't want to miss it. Oh, we decided we're going to do another farewell tour. It's like, this is the longest farewell ever. Right. And Kiss, because of, the delays during this lockdown period and all the stuff that the concert industry has been going through and still is going through in some areas, it's been harder for them to kind of put a nice little bow on their career. But I think they're going to do it. My guess is they're probably serious this time. And I'm sure they have plans to continue, pimping out the brand and franchising and doing whatever they need to do to continue to make money for themselves and for their offspring. So good news, I guess, if you're a Kiss fan, they'll go out with a bang. Good news if you're not a Kiss fan, because this will be over and you won't have to deal with it, except it might never be over. So be prepared for that. But maybe Gene and Paul will, do their dignified retirement, right? Like they're asking like Eric Clapton if he would just go away and just have a dignified retirement. Maybe Gene and Paul are going to do that. So we can look forward to that. And if not, I'm sure I'll be commenting more on all the things that they say and do, because they're very entertaining, Paul and Gene, especially when it comes to politics. Man, those guys are smart. They know a lot. They've been right for 2+ years, and they continue to toe the line of the corporation, the bigger corporation, which is the government, which basically controls a lot. That's all I'm going to say. That's it. I'm off on tangents and I'm done. Thanks for watching, people, and I will see you again very soon.